tend to. Our man Kenneth Duncan is with us here. Kenneth, we appreciate you joining us. Kenneth, of course, in charge of the Kings and Queens Rise, a fantastic program that's been going on. How many years now?
Man, we're going on 6 years, man. It's our
Sir.
6th. Actually, we're wrapping up our 6th year. So yeah, it's going great. This Saturday we got our championships.
Yeah, and what I love about this league, it's just something that I would have envisioned, right? Like I would have wanted to do. It's not just a youth basketball league. It takes the sections and the areas of the city and kind of brings them all together. And you can have Valley High, or you can have DPH, or you can have Oak Park, and they've got their team, and they're representing their area, and they come together and they play together. And I think they go to different spots throughout the city. And one week is Grant High is hosting, or another week it's out in Valley High or something like that. I just love that aspect of it. I think it's pretty dope.
No, man, exactly. That's why we started the league, man, to break down those barriers so kids could go from Oak Park to Meadowview, or go from Valley High to North Highlands, and kids are making friends in different neighborhoods. So we know the relationship these kids make today will save a life tomorrow, man. So when they become teenagers or whatnot, it's like, no, that's my boy from Kings and Queens. Like, we grew up together. Like, we're not doing that. So that's why we're starting that. That's why we're doing what we do.
Math works for me. I always remember the first Kings and Queens Rise is where I first met Kendra Montgomery Block. And that leads me to believe this launched right after the Stephon Clark situation at the Golden One Center, and the subsequent demonstrations that happened. This was one of the things that came out of that.
100%. That was one of the asks. A few leaders, a bunch of the community leaders came together, and they came up with some asks, and they came up with this 8-week league. It's free. It's in partnership with the Kings, founded by the Sierra Health Foundation, My Brother's Keeper, Ball Out Academy, and a Black Child Legacy campaign. So really the league is 8 different locations which have Black child legacies in those neighborhoods. So each neighborhood has 3 teams: an elementary team, a middle school team, and a high school team. So we're reaching a wide range of kids in each neighborhood. And then each Saturday, these kids get to, come play competitively. And the thing about our league, we have a curriculum that we implemented, and there's core values. So each week we go over different core values. Our coaches are able to relay the message that we have in our coaches meeting, and we're really just trying to help these kids learn these life lessons through the sport of basketball, because we know what basketball done for many of us, and it saved a bunch of lives. And we're with Kings and Queens Ride.
Kenneth, what I really liked about the league and the Kings' involvement in it is, as being a guy from the south side of Sacramento, being in Oak Park a number of different years when I was growing up, and going to their after school programs, working with our guy Daryl Roberts, and the relationship that I have with him. The Kings for a while went away from all these areas, right? And no disrespect to anybody, but the only time they would do anything and put their name on anything is when they would be in Granite Bay, or to be in Folsom or El Dorado Hills. And I'm not saying they don't need to do things out there, but the kids in Valley High, the kids in DPH, the kids in Oak Park, they need some love from the Kings too. And them, kind of help put this league together and putting their name on it and giving it that level of validity. I loved it. I love the way they orchestrate the league with, the areas that you represent. Talk about how important the Kings' involvement is with all this, and how active they are with all this.
Most definitely, man. Representation is everything. And, we have 8 neighborhoods. So CV Circle, will now known as Alder Grove and Marina Vista Public Housing, that's one of the neighborhoods. That's down the street on 5th Street. So, doing partnering with the Junior Kings, we've done some clinics over there in that neighborhood. And, last year, Keegan Murray, he came out right before his breakout season. So the kids actually got to beat Keegan before he had his, breakout rookie season. And just like we said, representation, they're coming out. We got to go to Golden One earlier this year, and the kids all met 50 Cent. 50 Cent gave every kid a book, man. And and really like literally shook every kid's hand. So, just welcoming us in Golden One a few times a year. So the kids are comfortable. Like they know Golden One like the back of their hand now. So we spend a lot of time up there, and going to the games, the free tickets, we're able to, incentivize things and get families tickets, and really support, the Kings support us. We're able to go out in big numbers and support them. So, it's mutual.
Obviously, the season is concluding tomorrow at Grant High School, but moving forward, how can people listening to this who aren't involved yet get involved with it?
Most definitely. So yeah, tomorrow is our we're gonna call it the Day of Champions. We have a bunch of games and we have a championship at the end. But our core value is at my core, I know I'm a winner. So we're really just, all our kids are gonna walk away with medals tomorrow. But yeah. Sierra Health Foundation, you can go to their website and you could learn about the Kings and Queens Rise League, as well as my website. I'm the CEO and founder of Ball Out Academy. You can go to Ball Out Academy and sign up for the league as well next summer. But the best way is probably to get connected with your local Black Child Legacy in your neighborhood. So depending on what neighborhood you're living in, if you're in Valley High, you can go to the Simmons Center, Southside Christian Center. And if you're in Meadowview, you can connect with the Rose family. Oak Park is the Greater Sacramento Urban League. If you're in the Art and Arcade area, you can connect with Mutual Assistance Network, Del Paso Heights, Roberts Family Development Center. And once you connect to these Black Child Legacies, you'll connect to a hub of resources. And this basketball league is just one of the programs we have that we're offering.
I make sure you showed some love to Mr. Darryl Roberts. Make sure we show some
most love. Definitely.
Mr. Chet Hewitt as well.
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
Mr. Chet Hewitt over at the Sierra Health Foundation was big behind the growth of Build Black and all of that, man, and just a tremendous individual.
Mr. Hewitt, a legend. Out here.
The leaders, Mr. Roberts, Chet Hewitt, Jackie Rose, those minds who really just, push this league. Big shout out to Barry as well. Really helped jumpstart this league. So yeah, like I said, we're 6 years in. I feel like we're getting better each year. And yeah, we're 300 plus kids, 24 teams. It's a big deal, and everything is free. So tomorrow we'll have food trucks available. All our kids get a free lunch. And that's how we've been doing it these last 6 years.
Man, we named all these people, and shout out to yourself, man.
Yes,
shout out to Kenneth Duncan, man. He's out here doing great work with this league and what they're doing. And myself and Damian, I think the most intense, craziest, loudest game we went to was game one of the playoffs. The second most intense game we went to all year was a game between DPH and Oak Park. Okay. The crowd was crazy.
The most phenomenal ending to a basketball game I had ever seen occurred.
That was elementary, right?
I believe it was a double OT classic.
Double OT.
That went scoreless.
Right. Then he hit a free throw to end it, right?
If memory serves, right before going scoreless, a three-pointer was hit.
He hit a three to tie it with 11 seconds to go.
Send the game to overtime. That was the last basket for about 6 or 7 game time minutes. It became sudden death overtime.
It's fun to watch.
My man had missed 3 free throws because he earlier. Hit the 4th one and gave the crowd the
I'm here.
Come on, man.
We love it, man. We're just trying to pump confidence.
Before Kenneth leaves, man, I gotta have him one time say, "Light the beam, baby." Say it. Say it, Kenneth.
Hey, light the beam, man. Y'all play us game one, but hey, I'm in Sacramento. I've been out here about 10 years. But hey, look, I love it, man. It's a partnership where we love working with the Kings, Ball Out Academy, shout out Sierra Health Foundation, Black Child Legacy, all our partners. Big shout out to Darryl Roberts, who is helping us, who is hosting this weekend at Grant High School. So yeah, we're bringing programs like this to the hood, man, and where it should be, and bringing up these kids, man, healing the hood.
That's love, man. Shout out to you once again. You're doing a great job. Shout out to your dad. You told me he listens to us all the time, man. Shout out to the senior, man. And we appreciate everything you're doing out here, man. What time does everything start on Saturday?
So we kick off at 9 a.m. at Grant, and our last game, the championships will start about 4 o'clock, but we'll be there from about 9 to 6 p.m. at Grant. Parking's available. Like I said, we'll have food trucks out there, some games for the kids, snow cones. Luckily, it's cooling down where it won't be 1,000 degrees.
Right.
Come out, hang out. It's going to be a good time.
Kenneth, we appreciate you, man. Thanks for jumping on and sharing this with us, man. And anytime you want to talk about Healing the Hood, Bill Black, Sierra Health Foundation, man, you always got a home here, man. We appreciate you.
100%, man.
Most definitely. See y'all soon.
Yes,
Next
sir.
year, we're going to have you guys at the games.
Anytime. You know it, man. You know it.